Alright, what's up everyone? This is going to be a really cool video. There's a company out there called Geeks Line, and a couple years ago, I want to say in 2015, or towards the end of 2015, they had a Kickstarter out for something called the Nintendo 64 Anthology. And what it was a gigantic book, fully colored book, that had interviews and history of how the Nintendo 64 came to be, along with every game that ever got released for the system in every country, I believe. And also, different levels of the book. You could have your name in the book, different lithographs, but I got the Mega Edition, which basically came with a limited edition N64 console that was painted and by a French artist. And it came with all the hookups and everything else. Well, when that was successful, they launched the PlayStation Anthology version. It finally came today. Now, I'm very leery with Kickstarter because, again, this is a situation where you're gambling as far as will the people that promise you these things come through. And I remember freaking out over the N64 version because, again, I'd spent a ton of money on it, and it still hadn't come. There was no updates as far as tracking, etc. I had to put a comment on the website. They finally got back to me, and then it did come. So I had the exact same problem with this one. They'd given us updates frequently, and the last one was around October or November, basically saying everything's going to be shipped out at the end of November. Well, I still haven't gotten mine. We're talking mid-December now. Again, I'm commenting on the backer page, and I'm saying, look, what are we doing here? Well, finally, they said they shipped it out the 12th of December, and lo and behold, it came today, the 18th. So I'm pumped, and they're out of France. So anyway, what I have to show you, this is what it is. It is the PlayStation Anthology. This is a big book. Big book. And unlike a lot of people's where they commented on the same page, mine came in pristine condition as far as everything. So I'm gonna take this out. Here on the back, the PlayStation is now over 20 years old, and that's something worth celebrating. The PlayStation Anthology tells the story of a console, a piece of technology that revolutionized an entire industry. From the birth of Sony to the end of their legendary machine's life, those who were there retrace their steps and shed light on its incredible journey. Featuring a complete timeline, interviews, illustrations, and intriguing anecdotes, the PlayStation Anthology is a reference work of the greatest success story in gaming history. So let's open this up. This is a lot bigger than the N64 version. Let's take it's this collector's edition here. Let's take this off. Let's flip through a couple of these pages. Now, the other thing I got, and we'll save that for the end, is another surprise out of this. Sorry about that. So, make sure I can actually do this here. Okay. Let me move this up, move this like so. So here we go. I mean, this is an editorial. It's really great. So this is pretty sick. So the history, you got the Sony Miracles, Sony Corporations, gateway to the world of video games from 1980 to 94, PlayStation, the dawn of a new era, Sony Computer Entertainment redevelopment, Enemy Retaliation, New Generation, Curtain Call, Live in Your World, Play in Ours, the PlayStation Generation, and then Notes. And then there are interviews after that in the history of the PlayStation. There are interviews there's an introduction, an interview with Yuji Horii, Rodney Allen Greenblatt, Osamu Sato, Kanta Watanabe, Hitoshi Sakimoto, Martin Edmondson, Hiromasa Iwasaki, Masaya Matsuura, Dennis Friedman, Jason Rubin, by the way, of Naughty Dog, I believe, Crash Bandicoot, Jason Rubin, Charles Cecil, Hideki Itsuno, Carlo Perconti, Mishiru Yamane, Pascal Jarry, Naosuke Aira, I'm blowing these up, Yokoyama Hideyuki, Julian Mercon, Yoshinori Kitase, Tommy Talarico, Harada Katsuhiro, Minoru Kiduka, Suda51, Akitoshi Kawazu, Ian Livingstone, and Lauren Lanning. Then there's a section that's called Collectibles and Special Editions, all the way from 94 to 2002. And then there's a table. And then hardware, you got A Revolution is Afoot, In the Belly of the Beast, the PlayStation's design, the PlayStation controller, the PlayStation CD-ROM reader, the breath behind the success, packaging, bundles, accessories, PlayStation, the special models, End of Millennium, a transitional year of production optimization. Pocket Station, an accessory of which the West was deprived. PS1, a more ergonomic PlayStation. PS1 bundles, and arcade PlayStation. And then on page 378, you got the unreleased games. 379, you got backers, and 382, you got artwork. So this is pretty cool. But let's see if there's a list. There was a list of PlayStation games, there's a list of N64 games. So I'm hopeful that oh, here we go. Here is a long box chart of all games released in the long box edition in America. The other format column allows you to distinguish the games that were only released in this format and those that also came as a standard edition. So A-Train was only a long box game. Bases Loaded 96 Doubleheader was only a long box game. Brain Dead 13. College Slam, Criticom, Cyber Sled, Cyber Speed, DEFCON 5, Descent, Discworld, Frank Thomas Big Hurt Baseball, Goalstorm, Hardball 5, Jumping Flash, Jupiter Strike, Keliak, Crazy Ivan, Lemmings 3D, MLBPA Bottom of the Ninth, NBA in the Zone, NBA Jam Tournament Edition, Nova Storm, Philosoma, Power Surf 3D Tennis, Primal Rage, Psychic Detective, Raiden Project, Return Fire Revolution X, Rise 2 Resurrection, Shockwave Assault, Silver Load, Space Griffin VF9, Starblade Alpha, Street Fighter the Movie, Striker 96, V-Tennis, Viewpoint, VR Soccer 96, XCOM UFO Defense, Zero Divide, and Zoop. Those are the games that only came in long box form. The others also came in both forms. But this is so awesome what they did here. 97 releases for one. It doesn't say. I hope that there's a list of all the games that ever came out, because this will really help me determine. There are some games that I'm trying to collect for that the artwork is only for the European edition, and it might just be a European exclusive, and I don't have to collect for that. So that would be great. I didn't know there was a Men in Black PlayStation. Apparently there was. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Erg Highs, Metal Gear Premium Package. Wow. White Span Programs. I don't know what the hell that is. 99 releases. If there's a table of games here, that'd be so big. Oh, here we go. Yep, here it is. Yeah, this is great. Okay, I think. So let's see what this says. This is PlayStation Anthology. It doesn't say anything. It just says on 328. So, USA Contra Legacy of War. This can't be everything. There's no way. There's no way. No, I don't know what this is. This isn't all the games that ever came out. There's no way. There's no way. No. I don't think that... There's no way. Hardware. This is cool. There's a comparison chart for the main 5th generation consoles. The PlayStation is one of the so-called 5th generation consoles. This summary table indicates the technology and components used. So here, the 3DO, the launch price was $699.95 US. It came out in North America and Europe in '93 and in Japan in '94, and it lasted until the '96. Amiga CD 32-bit system, launch price was $399.99 US. It came out in Europe in '93, North America in '94, lasted until '95. The Atari Jaguar was a 64-bit system. U.S. launch price $249.99, North America 93, Europe and Japan 94, lasted until 96. Sega Saturn 32-bit system $399.99, Japan was 94, North America and Europe 95, and it lasted until 2000. Sony PlayStation 32-bit $299 launch price, December 3rd 94, September 1st 95, September 29th 95 in Japan. And 2006, it lasted until 2006. And I remember at E3, Sega had blown everyone away talking about the Saturn, and it was launching at $399, surprise, surprise. So Sony's a guy who was going to master of ceremonies was actually going to go up there and prepare this whole speech. But when he heard that Sega released the, let everyone know about the Saturn, he got up there and just said one word, and it was $299 in reference to Sega's $399 price point, and everyone erupted. And then the N64, it only came out at $199, lasted until 2003. That's pretty cool. There's different PlayStation versions, controllers. It talks about the controller. This is unreal. This is such an unbelievable book. I hope to God it has a list of all the games that ever came out. There's got to be. I so hope. I don't think it is. I don't think we're gonna get that in this. Oh my God! Unless I've unreleased games, that doesn't help us. But this is pretty cool to see what games were gonna come out. Oh, and then we got a selection of the PlayStation's canceled games. A huge thank you. Am I in this? I should be. With generosity made this project a reality. Let's see. I'm going to have to go through 1 million people here. I think like 700 people. Let's see if I can find my name. While I try to find my name, I mentioned in the previous video there's going to be a contest here. There's going to be a password. The password is PlayStation. For those of you who are still watching at this point, you got to email me at andyvhb@aol.com. It's ANDY, V as in Victor, H as in house, B as in boy, at AOL.com. And in the title of the headline of your email, just type password, and I'll know what it's about. And if you type in PlayStation, there will be a drawing for everybody who does this. It'll last until Sunday night, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so 7 Pacific, and 8 Mountain, I believe, is what it would be. And there'll be a prize for a brand new game of your choice for a system that you own. So if you guys want to do that, go ahead and do that. Let's see. There's Andy Goodwin. I don't see my name here yet. Oh, I'll be pissed. Oh boy, will I be pissed. Come on, I got to be here somewhere. Anonymous. Who would ever do that? There's probably like a couple of anonymouses in here. You'd figure. Oh, there I am. Andrew Arvidon. Boom. See that? Right here. Page 381. And then you got artwork. Oh, collector's guide. There is. Oh, awesome. Oh, this is huge. Collector's guide. There's a list of every game that ever came out. This is humongous. This is so big. It should be. So I'm gonna know right now if it came out in the U.S. These games came out in the U.S. or not. So this is big. I'm gonna take a look at this later. But anyway, the PlayStation Anthology, unbelievable book. They really put a huge package together here. They've announced a GameCube anthology. And I'm going to be backing that. I have the N64, I have the PlayStation 1, I will be doing GameCube. But here, one of two, I'm one of two people that have this. There's only 2 that ever came out. And this is, like the N64, this is the PlayStation by a French artist. There's only 2 in the world like this, and I have one of them. Now, the interesting thing, I think the N64 one was numbered, if I'm not mistaken. This does not seem to be numbered, and not only is it not numbered, there's no signature from the artist on here like there is on the N64. What I'll try to do is I'll try to grab the N64 right now and show you guys the difference. But this is the thing that came out. So let me grab the N64 here. Let me see if it is numbered. I think it was. Oh yeah, it is numbered. I'll show you. And then he signed it on the back. There was only 5 of these. So this is the N64 one. It was a Zelda-themed one, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. See, it came with the controller and everything else, but on the back, as you can see here, 5 out of 5 with the signature of the artist. So that was pretty cool. This has been sitting in the dusty areas of my living room. Oh, and this also came with, and I got to find out where it is. Here it is. Is this what came out, or is this all that came out? Let's see. Looks like it. So it came with a controller. It didn't come with the wires, though. I thought it did. But here's the controller. I don't know why it didn't come with the wires. It really doesn't make any sense. But okay. So here's the controller. Pretty cool. You know, so yeah, it works. People, when you come over and they say, "The hell is that?" you can say, "Look, it's only one or two, ever." So guys, thanks for watching. Remember the password. Email me at andyvhb@aol.com. It'll end Sunday 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.